Welcome back to the Andy and Mitch Show. I am Mitch Stengel. Over there is my partner in crime, Andy Olson. We're back. We skipped a week again, but we're back.
You know, it happens.
It happens. We were both moving into college. As you can see, we're not in our normal setup anymore.
I know. I actually have, good lighting.
Yeah, which is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, for me, I have my Jordan poster over here, 21 Pilots over here, and my Cubs blanket right behind me. This is my dorm setup. As you guys know, we do go to Illinois State, and we are not together. And so we have to record separately.
LOL.
And here we are. We got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, we do.
It's been 2 weeks since we last spoke with you guys. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Moving in hasn't been rough, but it's been long. We've been in class for a week, but it feels like I've been at school for months.
I agree.
I've done so much work the first 5 days. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, it's the third day of class." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, it's crazy. The first week flew by.
No, it's not third day of class. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And you're TAing.
I am.
I'm
TAing basically for 2 classes, taking 5, working at WZND, working 2 jobs. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mitch is my teacher.
I am Andy's teacher, which is really funny. It's just funny. Mm-hmm. It's funny that he's my student. He has to call me Mr. Stengel.
I do call you Mr. Stengel because I think it's hilarious.
It's true.
And then I just stare at you during class.
Yeah, and we have a lot of eye contact.
Does our teacher know?
I don't think that she knows.
All right, let's keep it that way. She'll never know that we're friends.
Yeah.
And that we do the podcast. Considering it's a lit class. It's like a media class.
Yeah.
We produce media.
As you guys can see, I'm wearing my new USA jersey. My girlfriend Abby got it for me. That's actually her first shout out on the show. I'm taken. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
No, Andy is not taken.
No.
So ladies, go and hit him up.
Thanks, Abby, for the T-shirt. I'm just rocking old stuff. I got nothing new today. I'm wearing my old Chicago flag shirt, and
I'm sure you wore that last episode.
I may have. I really like it. I like the shirt, and I'm wearing a Brooklyn Dodgers hat,
which you also already wore.
I've also already worn this,
so
that's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we get right into it? We're going to start off with some headlines.
Yeah, you go. You do it.
I guess I'll start off with the first one. Ezekiel Elliott, the number 4 pick, I believe, in the NFL draft by the Dallas Cowboys. He played a really nice game last night. I believe he had something. He had a lot of yards.
He had something.
Yards. He did play very well, and a lot of people were very happy that he did this and did so well. And then hours later, a videotape of him in a pot store emerged, literally hours before his preseason debut. How do you feel about that?
It's an interesting decision by him to go and just do that a couple of hours before you make your debut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's legal there, so
it is.
There's no legal issues.
No.
There's NFL issues since it's banned. There's probably owner issues since you don't want to.
Jerry Jones will probably be fine with it. Let's be real here.
He might be fine with it, but I think he's probably worried that his first round pick could get suspended for something that's banned by the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that kind of problem. Also, last night, Cowboys, Dak Prescott.
He has looked very good. Romo went down 3 snaps into the game, and he came in and he's destroyed all preseason.
Yeah, absolutely. He's lining it up this preseason, and I think that I like that a lot. I like Dak Prescott.
I know you do. I know you hate Tony Romo.
Yeah, you already covered it. I was about to say that I hate Tony Romo, and I love Dak Prescott, so...
You would love anyone if they were Tony Romo's backup.
Not necessarily. I really enjoyed Dak Prescott. I thought he was really good at Mississippi State. I wanted the Bears to draft him for a while, like when he was having that really good streak at Mississippi State, and then it kind of fell off the map. And I was like, Bears could do something else. The Bears do need a quarterback.
True.
I'm kind of wishing that they had taken Prescott now, but whatever. Good for the Cowboys with Prescott and Elliott in that backfield.
Yeah.
And then Des Bryant to throw to.
Ooh, Des B.
Des B.
I don't know. Do you want to go for the next headline?
Yes. So this happened a while ago, but LeBron James announced in an interview that he has ambitions of becoming an NBA owner, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, only one person has done that as a player. It turned into an owner. And that's Michael Jordan. Yeah. Mitch, do you think that's a possibility?
I think it is. I know that like Kevin Garnett has said when he retires, he wants to take over and buy the Timberwolves. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think LeBron would be a good owner. He would be a Jordan-esque owner. He would be behind the scenes. Everyone knows that he owns the Bobcats.
Hornets.
Oh my God.
That's like 3 or 4 years ago is the last time the Bobcats played. Wow. I mean, he bought the Bobcats when they were
when they were the Bobcats. He bought them. Wow! I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, that's a big fail on your part. It's funny that the Bobcats were actually named the Bobcats because their original owner's name was Bob. So they wanted his name in there.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
Jordan, I think he would be a good owner. Jordan's a decent owner.
Jordan does okay.
Not the best, but
no, because the Hornets haven't really gone anywhere. But it's kind of hard for a middle tier team to get really good, like Warriors-esque.
Yeah.
No
one is that's a different topic though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess the biggest news, and I know that you love this.
I'm so happy.
You absolutely love that this happened. Hope Solo is suspended for 6 months after derogatory comments after the World Cup loss that the women's national team faced. Andy, I know you love this and you hate Hope Solo.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So if you've lived under a rock, Hope Solo and the U.S. women's national team lost in the World Cup fairly early.
To Sweden.
To Sweden. They got nowhere close to getting towards the final.
No.
Which no one expected. I think everyone expected them to be the first team
in
a while.
One of them.
They expected them to be the first team in a while to win the World Cup and the Olympics.
Yeah.
Didn't happen though, which is sad because you never want the U.S. to lose. But a redeeming fact of the loss is that Hope Solo sucked in that game, and I absolutely hate her. She's the worst. She does bad things and then she doesn't get punished for it, which is the problem.
Yeah.
I was having this discussion at the radio station the other day. Hope Solo got 30 days for like a domestic violence charge against her. I mean, it never went through, but they're actually bringing up charges again, so it could become a bigger thing in the future. Just
maybe
we won't talk about that now because who knows? But in the future, it's possible it could become a thing again. She only got 30 days originally, which is absolutely crazy.
Ludicrous.
When you have people like Ray Rice, who absolutely should have been suspended from the NFL, just have their careers ruined. How can you just do that? I mean, I get Hope Solo's good, and she's one of the main reasons they won the World Cup, but you just can't let the game and the money get in front of doing what's right like that.
It's true.
It's an awful thing to get away with something like that.
We'll kind of get into athletes and the law in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We
will.
When we talk about the Olympics. So should we start with the Olympics?
Absolutely. Let's start with the Olympics.
The Olympics just wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't even know when was it like a week ago or something like that? I don't know.
The Olympics have been it's kind of like a fluid situation, I feel like.
I can't even tell you when they ended because I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah,
I
me
watched
either.
very, very, very little.
But the U.S. they won by a lot.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the final, let me bring up the final medal count right here. I can't talk right now. It's the U.S. a lot. Everyone else.
They won by, I believe, 50 or so.
Yes, they're the only team to crack 100. So the U.S. ended up with 121. Ended up with 121 medals and 46 gold. 121 medals, 46 gold. Next up in second is Great Britain with 67 medals,
Good for them.
27 gold. Yeah, I know. I mean, if you combine the two, like we were like originally like 300 years ago,
yeah.
like we just be absolutely destroying everyone. And then in third place, it was China with 70 medals, which is more than Great Britain, but they only had 26 gold medals.
Yeah.
So,
and it goes by like a points system.
Yeah, the U.S. almost doubled what Great Britain has.
Yes.
So we just kind of rocked it pretty much.
Which was expected, though.
It's always expected, I feel like.
I don't know why, but we have the best athletes. We have the best training, and it all comes down to money. Then it's a business. Everything's a business.
Yeah.
It comes down to money. We have the best training, the best trainers in the world, the best equipment, the best places for these players and athletes to train. And that's the main reason why we always do so well. Athletes come here from all over the world, get their citizenship, and then once they get it, they want to say they're American. And I believe that that's fine. Everyone has a right to do that. It's just that we have the best.
I think it's partly that we just care the most.
Also true.
Like we may care more than other countries about the Olympics.
Also very true.
Which is interesting that we
do. We have one of the biggest teams.
Yeah.
In the world.
It's like our goal as a country is to just destroy other countries in the Olympics.
Yeah. It's funny though. It's like, like I love water. Like I saw a tweet. It was like, I love water polo. I can't wait to watch it in 4 years or something.
That's true. That's true.
And like it's just it's kind of cool though. It brings sports to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Sports that you've never seen before. Even people who don't watch sports.
Absolutely.
To watch the Olympics because they're entertaining. Some of the athletes are beautiful, both men and women.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the
true.
Tonga guy?
I've not seen the Tonga guy.
The Tonga guy.
Wait, maybe I did. Was it on Good Morning America?
I believe
like
so, because he was oiled up at the opening ceremony and at the closing ceremony.
I wish I looked like Tonga guy.
You wish you were Tonga guy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We're talking about medals. Probably my favorite story about the whole Olympics, even though I didn't really watch a lot of it. My mom had it on a lot, and so I would watch that with her. She had knee surgery, so she was rehabbing her knee, and I'd just be like in the living room with her, and she'd have it on. Fiji, the small island country of Fiji, won their first gold medal in rugby.
Yes,
their first gold medal
I
ever as a country.
actually watched them play the U.S. That's one of the only things I watched. Oof, they were good.
They were good. They were good. They beat like Great Britain like something to nothing in the championship game. Like Fiji was really good at it. I think they just had like the LeBron of rugby.
They probably do.
And they just absolutely destroyed. And I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
And just cool. It was so funny.
Rugby is a fun sport, and that's
Rugby's
what I was talking
fun.
about though.
It's confusing too. It's fun though.
I would not just watch rugby. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't go out of my way if it's on. Like the Olympics, of course I'm gonna watch it. If it's if I'm just being bored or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean it's kind of hard now in college though. You don't have much time.
Yeah.
At least I don't.
No, I don't have a lot of time either. I think like last night was like the first time I had free time in days.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I just ate mac and cheese.
Of course. What else would you do?
No, nothing else.
No. Shall we move on to Michael Phelps?
Yeah, the Phelpster.
He says he's not coming back to the Olympics for Tokyo in 2020.
That sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar because he said that he's not coming back like the past 8 years.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are like, hold up, like is this really going to happen?
It's like Brett Favre in his retirement.
Yeah.
Like, are you really retiring this time?
Exactly.
He retired like 3 times.
I think he has to, though. I don't think he should come back.
He shouldn't have come back this time. Like, clearly he's still good enough.
He's still good. I don't think he'll still be good enough in 4 years, but he'll probably prove me wrong. I mean, no one is going to ever catch him in overall medal count.
No, absolutely not.
the record for like the most medals has been standing for over 2,000 years.
Yeah.
2,000 years, and he broke it.
It's
no
wild.
No one's gonna catch him.
No one's gonna catch Michael
So
Phelps
I
ever
think
again.
he should just settle down, be with his girlfriend, his
He's
kid.
got a child, yeah. His child's gonna be 4
Give
by the
them
next time
some
Olympics roll
attention.
around.
Learn to live life like a normal human being.
Mm-hmm.
His professional and competitive swimming days are over, I think, without a doubt.
Yeah, pass it on to the younger guys. Although the younger guys have proven to be a little stupid.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
So, and we can get into that. The whole Ryan Lochte saga. So, a lot has happened since we last recorded an episode.
Yes.
In 2 weeks, a lot has happened with Ryan Lochte.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, we were like, oh, like Ryan Lochte, like
whatever.
He sucks. Like he's a good swimmer. He's just not good as a person.
Exactly.
So, what happened with the Lockster? We can call him whatever you want. Essentially, he and a couple of other swimming teammates went out one night, had some drinks. You know, Rio. What else are you gonna do? So they went out, got hammered, and then his initial story said that he was robbed at gunpoint in a cab, had his money stolen, but not his wallet and not his passport, which was odd.
That's a bad thief.
Yeah, bad thief. So he's like, oh, we had so much robbed. And then everyone was like, oh, man, Rio's scary. Like, we knew we shouldn't have had it here this year. Just kind of reaffirming what Mitch and I have been saying for a while, even though it was kind of reaffirmed on its own. We didn't need that scandal.
By the games themselves, it was reaffirmed. Yeah, continue.
So Lochte had that story for a couple of days. And then as days went on, the Rio Police Department started uncovering more, including a security film to just prove that almost none of that actually happened. He did get hammered, and they did go out. But what happened was that, according to reports, and sorry, I'm going to burp here. Excuse me, because I had Chipotle before this. Reports have confirmed that it's on video. Lochte and his friends, the swimmers, they went out to a gas station. I don't know why they were at the gas station. I have not read into it. But they just absolutely trashed a gas station bathroom. And then a security officer came up to him, not a police officer, a security officer. It was like, hey, you guys need to pay for this. And, he didn't speak English, so they had someone come up and translate for him. But, the guy's pissed because they trashed the, the bathroom, which I would be too.
Exactly.
And, they're drunk at the time, so, they're not really, getting any of this. So they gave the man money and then came back and lied about their story to make it seem like Rio was bad and that they weren't bad.
Yes.
But now they look even worse. That they lied about it. And it's just an insane story that just the way it developed over 2 weeks was just absolutely crazy.
To me, this situation is so stupid.
Oh, yeah.
He shouldn't have done it. He knows he shouldn't have done it. It wasn't a miscommunication. He just straight up lied to federal officials in Brazil.
Yeah.
I think
you can't do that.
You can't do that no matter where you go. I think he should be charged.
I think he should be too. I don't think he's going to be, though.
I don't think so either. And honestly, if necessary, put him in jail. I don't care that he's an Olympic athlete. I mean, this is a broader topic, but athletes in general should not get a pass on the law.
No, absolutely not. But I don't think can Brazil get him back to Brazil to hear the hearing?
Technically, yes. If he does not come back, I believe he will be put in jail.
Really?
Yes, I believe. At least, I know that's kind of how it works here. If you don't come back, you're screwed.
That's just weird.
He
messed up.
Everyone knows what actually happened. Both sides are just going to continue to say whatever they want to say. He knows it was not a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Even afterwards, he was like, "Oh, it was just a miscommunication. It's fine."
No, it wasn't.
He should be charged. He should be put in jail. It's not something you do. I don't care if he's an Olympic athlete. I don't care if he's someone on the streets.
Absolutely. And I had a point, but I forgot it.
It's okay. Life happens.
Life happens. Here's what it was. Ryan Lochte lost a lot of sponsors for this.
As he should.
Yeah.
I believe Speedo dropped. I don't know.
Speedo dropped him. This thing called like gel hair removal, I think, gentle hair removal, something like that, and then Airweave, like a mattress company, and Ralph Polo Lauren.
Gotcha.
Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
It's those three words in one of those orders. It's one of them. But he lost like a ton of money because of this, and who knows if he's going to go back to the next Olympics.
I doubt it now.
No, I doubt it too.
I guess like in conclusion of Rio, it was a mess.
Yeah, it was one of the messier Olympics.
They simply weren't prepared. The games were terrible. I didn't really watch any of it. U.S. dominated as usual. But to me, the only positive that came out of this was that females absolutely stole the show.
They destroyed this year.
I mean, they brought a refreshing and relaxing take on a competition that had been male-dominated for 2,000 years.
Yeah, they absolutely destroyed this year. Simone Biles.
Katie Ledecky, the U.S. women's national basketball team, they were destroyed by more than the men ever have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it seems like the U.S. really took a turn and put the spotlight on females, and that had never really happened before, which it's very, very progressive, and I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, it was nice to, not have to deal with Michael Phelps was doing this. We did have to deal with that.
We did.
Because Michael Phelps did do a lot. But it wasn't just Michael Phelps. As my phone goes off over there, I'm going to ignore it. It wasn't just Michael Phelps, which was nice. It was nice to see, the women getting their spotlight. Because they deserved it. They absolutely did. Because they were awesome. Better than I'll ever be in my entire life.
Yes.
So they absolutely deserve that.
I think that's the only positive that you can take out of the 2016 games. On to Tokyo. 4 years. I wonder if we'll still be recording, Andy.
Oh, man. We'll be up to 200 by then.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think that Tokyo will be a lot better prepared and a lot more accommodated for the Olympics.
I believe so, too.
Tokyo. It's a wealthier place. They have more resources.
We're speaking of Tokyo, and we actually brought up something. Sorry, as my phone goes off on my computer now. We're talking about athletes going there and being more progressive. Actually, Tokyo has banned tattoos.
We talked about
during the Olympics. Yeah, we talked about this in class, actually.
Yes.
So Japan just does not allow tattoos.
Yes, Japan does have a ban on tattoos, and so that's a huge problem, especially for swimmers.
Yeah.
Because they don't wear pretty much anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that and how they respect
and that's a huge media thing. How the media in Japan is going to alter their own opinions, I guess, maybe.
It's interesting to see if Japan will try to censor anything at all.
They might.
They could ask them to wear something to cover it up. Japan media or Japanese media might just try to avoid photos of people with tattoos, which might be interesting, not to promote it within their own culture.
Yeah. You are so popular today.
I know, it's actually the same person. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see that progress.
Yeah. That's a conversation for 4 years, though, Rio Games sucked. We're staying in the Olympics, though, for our next topic.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan and Carmelo Anthony also said something about this as well, but DeAndre Jordan said that gold medals are above NBA rings. He says, you're not just playing teams in the U.S., you're playing teams from all over the world. And this is even more special because there's an NBA champion crowned every year, but this is every 4 years. It's extremely special. And so, Andy, I'm asking you, what holds a higher power, an NBA ring or an Olympic gold medal in basketball?
I mean, I would agree with him that Olympic gold is extremely special because it is.
It is.
Because it happens every 4 years. Many things could happen. It means like you're the best in the world, which is important.
Yeah.
But NBA rings they're just more coveted.
They are.
Because you're playing the best competition if you're playing an NBA ring, You're facing the world if you're going for Olympic gold, but for an NBA ring, you're facing the best in the world. It's not just everyone in the world.
And most players are from the NBA. A lot of the players are from the NBA in the Olympics.
Yes, absolutely.
And in my opinion, the NBA is more competition, more competitive play, better players, better coaches. Mm-hmm. To me, I think this is kind of a justification for DeAndre Jordan because he knows he's not going to win a ring.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not going to win one.
And I guess speaking a little bit about Carmelo Anthony too, even if you win 3, like Carmelo Anthony has done, it's a huge compliment or a huge accomplishment. I don't think, though, I don't even know if 3 gold medals are as good as an NBA ring because the team that USA has put together, they should be able to beat anything in the world.
Yeah, if you ask me if I'd rather have 3 Olympic golds or one NBA ring,
yes, I would say the Olympic golds. I
would absolutely say the Olympic golds.
But just looking back at it, you should. If you're in there for 3 competitions, you should win gold 3 times.
Yeah, and I probably 3 would be my lowest. Like that's the lowest I could do for Olympic golds. Like you said, like 1 for 1. Like no, I'm picking an NBA ring, or even like 2 for 1. Like NBA ring.
I would go with an NBA ring. When you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, hit your mic there.
When you put such a large amount of great players on the same team, and if you don't win, that's a travesty.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy. They're expected to win every year for the past 30 years. Ever since NBA players have been able to play, they should have won every single year. And in 2004, when they didn't, that was huge. Mm-hmm. It was crazy, and
granted, I bet that team did not have the best chemistry.
They probably didn't.
Yeah,
but they still should have won.
It was a low time in the NBA.
To me, it's one of those things that, you're proud, but you beat teams that you should have beaten. Honestly, I think that the Clippers, as a whole, could win a gold medal. I think that the Clippers team, maybe even without DeAndre Jordan on it,
you may be right,
could win a gold medal and be the best national team in the world right now. I think that the Los Angeles Clippers could win a gold medal.
I'm not sure in a 1-game series if they could do it like the Olympics is, but if it's like 7-game like the NBA playoffs, they probably could.
Oh, I think that they could. In a 7-game, I wouldn't even put a doubt on it. A 1-game, obviously anything can happen. Mm-hmm. But I would take the Clippers as the best team in the world.
The best team in the world.
Yep.
Compared to other
unlimited national teams. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, NBA ring. It's better.
It is.
It's better.
All right. Do you want to introduce the next topic?
Yeah, since it's my favorite, we're going to move into... I'm getting my phone because we're going to need to know the standings here in a second. We're getting into baseball. 5 weeks left in the Major League Baseball season. And I'm sad. Because...
I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm as sad as you were when the NBA season was ending. Just because I was looking forward to this all season. Or like all winter.
Yeah.
Every single day in winter, I was like, oh man, I wish I'd watch baseball. And now that it's here, it's been awesome, but it has gone by so fast.
It's gone by really fast. The baseball season has flown by. Cubs lead the lead in wins. They have an 81-45 record. I don't even know any team that's close to that, to be completely honest with you.
The closest team is the Texas Rangers, who are 75-53.
So there's
6 games.
6 teams back.
6 games in between the best team in Major League Baseball and the second best.
Obviously, it doesn't matter how many wins. I mean, it does matter how many wins you have in the regular season for placement and like that sort of thing, and playoff placement. But when it comes to the playoffs, It's an even year, Andy.
I know. I haven't worried about that. So let me run down through the standings right
Yeah.
now. In the AL East, it is Toronto and Boston tied at 75 or 71 and 56. In the AL Central, it is Cleveland 72 and 54.
Running
Uh,
away.
yeah, AL West 75 and 53 are the Rangers. NL East, Washington Nationals 74 and 53. Cubs obviously 81-45, and then out west, the Dodgers have taken over the lead
Yes.
in that division, going 71 and 56. They're doing better without Clayton Kershaw.
How many games back are the Giants?
2.
Oh,
It's going to be close. And
it's
then
an even year, Andy.
I know. Moving into the wild card, the first wild card in the AL is either Boston or Toronto, whichever team doesn't win the division there. And then second wild card is Baltimore at 70 and 57,
Wow.
and then 2 games back
So there
is
might
Detroit.
be
three AL East teams, like the NL Central last year. Yeah. Detroit's 2 games back from them, and then in the NL, San Francisco is 69 and 58. And then second is St. Louis, 67 and 59.
St. Louis?
Yeah, and a game and a half back is Miami.
I think Miami's going to steal that spot. I do. I want them to.
I used to think that Miami could do that until Giancarlo Stanton got injured.
I think that they'll still be okay.
It's possible because they do have Don Mattingly, who's a really good manager.
He's a fantastic manager. I just want them to make the playoffs. I think it would be awesome to see Marlins postseason. I don't think that they'll win the wild card game.
No,
I just
the
want
Giants
to see
are going
them.
to win that. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't know if the Cardinals can keep up with the Marlins.
Cardinals have a very good offense.
They do. They really do. It's tough to call right now. I mean, we were talking about the Cubs at the radio station today, and just everyone's like, "Oh man, you guys are so high on yourselves because you're 81 and 45," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, like anyone would be if you're 36 games above 500." Too. I know it's like, it doesn't mean anything in October. I'm like, I know, like clearly it does not mean anything in October besides your seed, and people just get so angry when people are excited about their team, especially White Sox fans.
Oh yeah, hate White Sox fans.
Yeah, we hate White Sox fans.
Yeah,
you heard that, Frank. You definitely heard that. But it's interesting to see people just want to get down on teams that are doing well. Like, anything can happen in the playoffs. Like, clearly anything can happen in the playoffs because the Cubs beat the Pirates and the Cardinals, who are better than them last year. Like, we know, we experienced it firsthand. But the Cubs, I think, are in a really good spot for the playoffs.
I think they are too. I think that right now they should win the World Series.
Yes, I believe. I heard that it's a 22% chance right now,
which is really good.
Yeah,
considering
it seems
how many
small.
teams are in the playoffs.
That's in between a 5th and a 4th.
Yeah,
of a chance.
Yeah,
out of 10 teams, that's super good.
Yeah, and kind of a subtopic. I know we're Cubs fans. We have to talk about this. There was an article on ESPN about Chris Bryant off to a Hall of Fame start to his career. Do you just want to talk about his success or attest to why he's been playing so well? What has given him this jump? This topic is yours.
I don't even know what to say. It's just so unbelievable to me for Chris Bryant because no one is ever this good this early. I mean, you have a couple like Trout.
Bryce Harper was pretty good.
Harper was pretty good, but it's like it's so weird to me as a Cubs fan to see this Chris Bryant develop like this.
Yeah,
because you're like, this never happens to the Cubs.
These
guys all fade out, And I mean, if you look at his stats, he's got 59 home runs through the first 2 years of his career,
which is awesome.
And he's 24.
You have to keep in mind he did not play all year last year.
No, he did have a couple of games off.
Yeah.
Yes. Last year he had 151 games and he had 26 home runs. This year, through 123, he's got 33 home runs.
Which is...
There's a good chance he's going to hit 40.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which I really enjoy and I hope happens because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be really cool.
If he hits 40, he will be at let me do some math. He will be at 66 for his career, which means that he's going to hit 100 home runs if he doesn't get injured in his third year playing.
Which...
With 3 years playing. He's going to be 25 next year. If you add that up, that's a lot of home runs.
And that's not all that he does either.
No, not at all.
His fielding is very good. Mm-hmm. I don't know his on-base percentage off the top of my head.
393.
393 is almost 400.
Yeah. He's batting 301 this year too. He's got 86 RBIs.
Best year of his career. Obviously, it's a small career.
Yeah.
But if he just continues to get better, no doubt he's in the Hall of Fame.
I agree with you. I mean, he's even in the conversation for NL MVP this year, which he very much should be. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were talking about home runs, but if you include his postseason home runs, he'll be at 61 for his career.
Wow.
And was I having this talk with you about postseason stats?
No.
I was having this talk with someone. It's weird for me that postseason stats don't count.
It's really
towards career stats because it's like the postseason is like the most important part of a person's career. Why wouldn't you include that in your career stats? It's like, why doesn't Barry Bonds have 770 something instead of 760 something? Because I'm sure he hit home runs in the postseason. Yeah. It's just, I think it should be included. It's not, but that's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
And it's something for you to consider.
Exactly.
But Chris Bryant this year, absolutely incredible. He's got a 7.0 WAR already, which is crazy. That's 7 wins above the average third baseman in Major League Baseball. Yeah.
That's
7 wins.
Really crazy.
Oh, man. He's the difference between being like, oh, yeah, like the Cubs are one of the top teams and being like, oh, they're clearly the best team right now.
And they are.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's because of him and, plenty of other players. But because of him, he's got 7 wins above replacement.
Which is...
They would only have 74 wins right now if it wasn't for Bryant,
Which is very significant,
Oh, yeah,
they aren't
clearly
the best team in the league if they don't have Chris Bryant.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And right now it's a runaway between Bryant and Rizzo for NL MVP. And clearly it should be. I'm leaning Bryant because he's been on a home run tear recently and this trip out west. But oh, man, if that happens.
Oh, you would be so happy.
I would be. He would go from, excuse me, I'm burping again, the Chipotle. There it is. He would go for the past 4 years of his career. Senior year at University of San Diego, he'd go college player of the year to minor league player of the year next year in the Cubs system to rookie of the year in 2015 to NL MVP in 2016, which is absolutely insane that someone is able to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard to fathom. Like, it's hard to talk about.
It's really hard to fathom.
I just can't believe it. And I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get NL MVP.
I hope he does. I really, really do.
Because I don't think there are as many standouts as there are usually.
No. Like, last year, we knew who should win
Absolutely.
MVP.
Do you know who that was?
Bryce Harper, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I'm just testing.
Yeah, it was, and then it was Donaldson too, right?
Yes, Harper and Donaldson. Actually, Harper got 31st place votes, so we really knew who won last year.
Yeah. See, I'm not as dumb when it comes to baseball as you think I am.
But last year it wasn't like such. Apparently, it was a sure thing to the voters, but for people discussing, it wasn't such a sure thing. There was Goldschmidt, there was Votto, there was Rizzo, Andrew McCutchen, like all of those guys.
Goldschmidt was like the closest.
Yes, but it just seems like Rizzo and Bryant are just running away with that. Daniel Murphy's had a good year.
He has.
Some people have Jay Bruce up there. It's like, really?
Stop playing.
Like Jay Bruce? Like, no, that's not going to happen.
Not at all.
And, you can even make arguments for some pitchers. Steven Strasburg is probably going to get a couple of votes. Not first place votes, but, votes.
Yeah.
But Chris Bryant, I'm on his baseball reference page right now, and if you have not checked it out, just absolutely check it out because it's amazing. Just looking at these stats, and it's only through 2 years. All you do is see 2 just lines of work, and it's going to get so much longer and so much better. And
yeah,
I want him to be a lifelong Cub. I really do, and
I hope he is.
I remember the day that they drafted him.
You wanted someone else.
I did. To begin with, I did want someone else. I was sad that Mark Appel was most likely going to get selected first, by the Astros because I really liked Mark Appel. Like all year, I was like, oh, they have a new pitcher, Mark Appel. Mark Appel's currently been traded, and he's with the Phillies, and he's struggling right now. So it's a good thing we didn't pick him. And then there was who I wanted to pick, John Gray out of Oklahoma, who got drafted by the Rockies and is currently in their major leagues. He's doing all right.
He is. He's playing all right.
Not the best, but he's doing all right. But I think we clearly
he's no K Boom though.
He's no K Boom.
No K Boom.
Oh, I think I was convinced about 30 minutes before it happened by Jesse Rogers that like, all right, yeah, Chris Bryant, I'm okay with that.
And I guess just a side note, did you see Gerard Dyson's catch?
I did see Gerard Dyson's catch.
Holy crap!
Absolutely wild. I cannot believe
it's got to be catch of the year, right?
I'm biased, but Rizzo's catch on the wall.
Yeah, but come on now.
I'm surprised Gerard Dyson didn't like break his left leg,
right?
When he just went up to go and catch
full
that.
Speed into that wall.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe. Oh man.
You really don't think they should win catch of the year?
There's a lot of good catches this year.
You're wrong. All right, let's move on.
No, okay, hold on. Another side note though. Did you see Freddie Freeman fall into those seats?
I did see that too. That was funny.
Talk about just a goof.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman and the Braves falling into, I forget what stadium they are at.
I don't remember either.
But it was a stadium that for some reason had their lower concourse lower than the field. So the seats were even further away from him falling than they should have been.
Yeah.
So he fell like an extra couple of feet because, I'm going to try and do it on the camera. So here's the wall. Freddie Freeman flipped and then landed on his back, on the back of the seats, the plastic seats.
And he was down for a little bit too. He was holding his back.
Freddie Freeman, you poor bastard.
All right,
we can move on.
Our last topic of the day, ESPN.com just came out with their NFL ranks for the best players in the NFL. At number 5 was Von Miller, 4 Antonio Brown, 3 Rob Gronkowski, 2 Aaron Rodgers, and 1, no surprise, the best defensive player to ever play the game of football. Maybe. J.J. Watt.
Maybe. That's a bold statement.
J.J. Watt.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? Disagree? What do you think?
I absolutely disagree.
Really?
Now, okay. J.J. Watt, that's solid. You can argue that it could be someone else, but that's solid.
Who?
He's a good pick.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is not the overall best player in the NFL. That's not even a
question.
No.
Oh, you're asking who I would argue with that?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking who, I would take away. I'd take away Aaron Rodgers. I'm not arguing first
you don't think that Aaron Rodgers should be in the top 5?
No, not at all.
Why?
Because Aaron Rodgers has not done, supremely well these past couple of years.
What?
Okay, I shouldn't say past couple. I should say last year. Last year, Aaron Rodgers
literally won MVP 2 years ago.
Last year, though, we're talking about rank. These are the best players in the NFL right now.
He still played well last year. Who was in his supporting cast?
He did play well last year, but he wasn't top 5. We're talking about the 5 best players. If I'm picking a team, I'm not picking Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback. They have him as the top quarterback. There's no way in hell I'm going number 1 with Aaron Rodgers as quarterback.
Who are you picking?
Cam Newton. Easy Cam Newton. This is a guy who had the same supporting cast as Aaron Rodgers. Not defensively. Clearly the Panthers are better defensively. But for wide receivers, clearly the same. Yes. Not the same, but very similar
yes.
cores.
I'll give that to you.
And Cam Newton was able to go to the Super Bowl with that. Would he have made the Super Bowl if it weren't partly for the defense? No, he would not have gone to the Super Bowl if it weren't partly through the defense. But he did way better than Rodgers with a very similar receiving core. You can argue that, well, you can't even argue. You can say, because it's true, that Greg Olsen is better than Richard Rodgers at tight end. But even still, with just one better player that the Packers don't have, Cam Newton did so much better. I'm not putting Cam Newton 2, but I'm putting Cam Newton in the top 5.
Really?
Yes, after the year he had last year,
Where would
top
you put
5.
him?
That's tough. I don't want to say that Antonio Brown is overrated because he's good. He is really good.
You think Antonio Brown... Come on now, don't say that.
He's good. I think he's the best receiver in the league.
Who else would you say?
There's... it's tough because there's a lot of good receivers.
You could put Julio Jones up there.
You put Julio Jones. Des Bryant did not have a good year. He's good. Didn't have a good year, so I wouldn't put him in the top 5.
I wouldn't either.
There's AJ Green, who's really
He
good.
is. I think Antonio Brown's the best, though, the best receiver in the league.
I
I would say
that's
even maybe because what I think that there should be a change. I actually pretty much agree with the top five. Von Miller should be in there.
he should be up higher. Von Miller should be higher.
I think maybe switch Von Miller, and I would put. This is how I would put it. I would put
Okay.
Gronk
Okay.
at 5,
Okay.
Antonio Brown at 4, Von Miller at 3, A-Rod at 2, and J.J. Watt at 1.
A-Rod. Here's what I would do. I would do Cam Newton 5.
Okay.
He's fifth best player in the league. I think that's a good place for him. Not the best, still room to improve. He's good there. I would put, I'm going to change that. Antonio Brown at 5.
Okay, still fair.
Antonio Brown at 5. Cam Newton 4. I would go Gronk still at 3. Because he's clearly the best tight end, one of the best receivers in the whole league. You throw it up to him, he's going to catch it, and he's going to run with it. It's impossible to tackle him.
Yeah.
Von Miller 2, J.J. Watt 1. I really like Von Miller. I think he's really good.
I do too. I think that he should be moved up. I think at least to 3.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Super Bowl MVP.
He's still anchoring that Broncos defense, and he's going to be for a while. He's young.
And I think he's just a funny guy too.
He is. He's a fun guy
wears
to
like
be around.
cowboy hats like after press conferences.
I don't think next year that J.J. Watt will be number 1. He's coming off surgery this offseason.
Yeah.
I don't think that he'll be as dominant, but I'm going to call this right now.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers wins MVP.
You think? Oh man.
Aaron Rodgers wins MVP this year.
Mitch.
What?
Mitch.
I think he's going to. I think he's going to have one of the best seasons in his career.
On what basis?
Jordy Nelson's back. Their defense is a lot better. Randall Cobb is still there. Richard Rodgers is getting better. Their O-line has improved a lot. Eddie Lacy is lost a bunch of weight. He's going to be the running back that he used to be. That team is looking scary. I'm a Bears fan. That team is looking scary.
The Packers are always scary.
I
Let's
think
be
that
real.
he's... Yeah,
Gross colors, but scary.
True. Their uniforms
Scary
are horrendous.
gross. Yeah.
But, yeah, Aaron Rodgers for MVP.
I just don't see it. Because the whole basis of that plan is Eddie Lacy actually doing something this year.
Which he could.
He could. I will say that he can.
I think that he will.
I don't know if I think that he will. I think he has the ability to do it.
He does.
But will he is the question.
Also, can we talk about... I think that I don't know who you would put there, but I think that right now defense is better than offense in the NFL.
Absolutely.
I like that we're finally recognizing defensive players for their skill.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which something like 5 years ago we would not do that. Mm-hmm. Defense is becoming so much more prominent now, and it's becoming flashy. Everyone wants to be a wide receiver, a quarterback. But now people are thinking maybe a cornerback would be pretty cool, or a middle linebacker.
Are so many good defensive players that I can think of,
that are underrated.
Absolutely, Aaron Donald from the Los Angeles
Aaron Donald
Rams.
He's
So
insane.
good.
I might even put him. He should be in the top 10 easy.
Oh yeah, he should be in the top 10. He's so good.
Probably top 7. I might put him at 7 or 6. I would say.
It's easy for me to say that, having played. I think games like Madden help you with
They
that.
do.
You're
They
able to
help a
recognize really good players. And then there's Luke Kuechly for linebackers. He needs to be up there. Oh, Kuechly's so good. He's in the top 10.
Yeah, I think Kuechly should be in the top 10.
And then there's players like Josh Norman, who I think is overrated a little bit. He's overrated.
Yeah, he is.
Did you see the video of him getting burned by Deshaun Jackson in practice?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
man.
that, and then when he was making fun of Demaryius Thomas, I'm pretty sure he was throwing shade at him, and Demaryius Thomas just put up a picture of his Super Bowl ring. That shut Josh Norman out real quick.
Demaryius Thomas is good. I mean, you're speaking of Denver. What are they going to do for a quarterback this year?
I was just reading a Twitter article that said Mark Sanchez is prepared to do anything to win that fight. So it's between him and Lynch.
I thought, what happened? I heard that Simeon was named the starter for week 3.
Really?
Yeah, but then he
Wow.
got hurt and he wasn't throwing in practice, so who knows if he's going to start this week? And that's I saw it on SportsCenter because they said that no Super Bowl team had started a quarterback week 1 of their next year that has not had any career passes in the NFL.
Wow.
Simeon has had none.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if he gets it? Paxton Lynch. Uh,
I think that Mark Sanchez is going to end up with the starting job.
yeah, I was confident. Yeah, he probably will, and it's going to be bad because Mark Sanchez is bad.
Yeah, but never forget the butt fumble.
Never forget the butt fumble. He went to an AFC championship game.
It's crazy.
Like, he led the Jets
He
to
was
an
one
AFC
game away from a
championship.
Super Bowl.
It's like Rex Grossman when he went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know?
Which was, I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Still didn't even, it was the defense. I mean,
ridiculously stupid. It's like Paxton Lynch, he's going to need to learn like on his own, which sucks for him. You know, I like when you bring young quarterbacks in to like follow older quarterbacks who know what you do, like the Aaron Rodgers type, like Brock Osweiler, who's now in Houston. We'll see what he's going to do there, which should be interesting to
it really should. They got Lamar Miller. DeAndre Hopkins is another person who you could put.
I was going to mention him earlier. Hopkins.
Who you could put. Not. I don't think that he's above Antonio Brown, but he's good, man. He's really solid.
That Osweiler to Hopkins, jeez.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see some of that.
Mm-hmm. We
are nearing the end of our show, and you guys know what happens then. It's time for our FaceTime.
Ready?
You
said it. Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
You're first.
All right, so this is my FaceTime. And for my first time ever, this is my not really sports-related FaceTime. I'm going to talk about jerseys and my desire for them. I call it Jersey Fever. I have the desire to get so many jerseys because I see so many kids walking around campus with NBA jerseys, NFL jerseys, from, Goran Dragic on the Suns to Russell Wilson to a Danilo Gallinari throwback Nuggets jersey. There's so many jerseys that I see, and I'm like, God, I want that so bad. One of our coworkers actually has a UCLA Aaron Aflalo jersey, and I love it. I think that's awesome, and I love throwback jerseys. So I'm turning to you, the fans. I'm looking for an NBA jersey. Cheap, throwback, and I want to buy it off of you. Because I've recently just been so obsessed with jerseys of all kinds that I want and that I need. So I'm looking to you guys. What kind should I buy? Let me know on Twitter. Put a comment. Let me know what jerseys you have, what you think I should get, and leave a suggestion for your favorite jerseys as well. That's my FaceTime. I'm done. Your turn, Andy.
That was good FaceTime. I think if I get an NBA jersey, it's probably going to be Gary Payton when Seattle Supersonics.
That would be very cool.
Oh,
that would be an awesome jersey.
Green Sonics. God, that'd be great. Anyways, I'm going to stick on the jersey topic. Actually, thanks for bringing that up, Mitch. Mine's not going to be about the jerseys I want to buy. Well, what I want to buy a lot, Although being college kids, AliExpress is your best friend.
True.
Absolutely. It actually has something to do with the NHL today. So recently, we know that the NBA, they're going to have jersey ads, which I am very much opposed to because I feel like if it starts now, it'll get to the point where we just lose all creativeness in jersey ads when it becomes soccer, where the ad is the main part of the jersey and there's no logo design or creativity anymore, which I absolutely hate. Soccer jerseys are fine. I love soccer jerseys, but that's because how I've grown into them, if you know what I mean. They've always been ads on them, but having spent time in my childhood with non-ad jerseys in the major four sports, I don't want to change that. I want to make sure that no more sports leagues get ads on their jerseys. That's why after this year, I'm not going to be watching the NBA anymore. Mostly it's easy because I don't like basketball as much as I like other sports. But one of the biggest things I was afraid of is that other leagues would follow suit after the NBA did that. And I had such good news this morning when sportslogos.net, one of my favorite websites just because I like sports logos because I'm a nerd, they wrote a story That is my phone going off right now. They wrote a story about how the NHL is not looking at adding ads on jerseys right now, which I'm so happy with, because previously they had been stated as saying that as soon as someone else did it, that's when they would hop on to the ad jersey trail. And people were being, skeptical that they would do it after the World Cup of Hockey jerseys all have SAP ads on them. But Commissioner Gary Bettman of the NHL did say today, no ads on jerseys yet. It's not even like it's not even like a burning question for them. They're not even worried about it right now, which I think is absolutely awesome. Thank you, NHL, for keeping jerseys. I'm getting more text on my phone. That's all right. And on my computer. That's my FaceTime. No ads on jerseys because they suck.
I'll still watch the NBA.
Yeah, you will because you like the NBA.
I love the NBA. It's my favorite league.
I hate ads.
I know you do. It's okay. I'll get over it.
You'll get over it. I won't.
That is the conclusion of episode 008. 8. We're almost at 10.
Almost.
It's been 10 weeks.
It has been 10 weeks. We took 2 weeks off. What should we do for 10?
I don't know.
We need to do like a vlog or something. I don't know.
We'll get Kristaps.
We'll get Kristaps for 10. Oh,
Yeah.
Or we'll just get Jason Clare in like a Kristaps jersey.
That might be nice too.
And maybe his own.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like these videos, hit us up on Twitter. You guys know what to do. We say it every single week. Kristaps Porzingis, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in episode 10. And thank you guys all so much, and we will see you next week, probably. Bye.
Yeah, it's going to happen. Bye.